And we're live now. Hi everybody! Welcome to Cinema Night Entertainment. Here to do some wonderful D&D with my friends, so don't feel bad if I completely ignore you, because it's more about them than you, so no hate. I promise. Hi there, Adam in the comments. Hey there, Kevin. I think I need to adjust that maybe a little bit there. Alright! It's another wonderful D&D night. Last time with our wonderful adventurers, they went and liberated a prison. Then decided that some of the prisoners, well, any of the ones that lived, needed to be more expertly removed from the prison because they'd be a danger. And the whole goal is to stop dangers to the town. So they went back to town, got set up, and are getting ready to head north to the Nyogi's camp. Tonight we'll have with us Beckett.
Yep, that's me.
We have with us Darkness.
Hello.
We have with us Kuali.
Hello.
And we do not have Sir Diggs-a-Lot. Sir Diggs-a-Lot, the heartthrob, is not here. All right. Now let's get started with some D&D. All right. So we kind of ended the last game in a bit of a hurry, because people are like, "Yeah, weather, tired, blah 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 blah," which don't blame anybody.
Everybody had to go get up ass early except for you.
I know. And that's fine. But yes, you guys officially are back in town. And I don't think it got cleared up. I'd asked at one point if you guys are going to be taking like a long rest inside your home while you're there, or if you were just going to be heading up to the Neogi straight away. And I don't want to make any assumptions.
I don't think we need to take a long rest at that point. The only person who's got anything going on is Vaughn. Vaughn still has a point of exhaustion.
Well, he proceeds to go inside the house and pass out anyway. And we passed out for the continuation of this episode. Dang it. Give me a middle ground, audio. Sorry. Rest of you guys just want to journey forth?
Yes.
Alright. As you guys kind of head through town to take the road to go north, there are a couple people that come up and are immediately asking, like, because if, for those who are the area of dead land left out, I believe I said about 50 yards further out towards the town. Not enough that any major parts of the town are in danger. It's just, it was literally noticeable, even probably from at least the eastern edge of town, looking out, that just more stuff apparently suddenly just died. A couple people are asking, like, hey, yeah, do we have to get ready to leave? Is everything alright? This is just a clamor. Guys just ignoring them and walking past?
Chewing.
Okay.
I'm in the process of making food, so I'm sorry. Like, I'm being very active on the mic.
I try to reassure them that all will be well.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Oh my god. Brain fart.
Persuasion.
Persuasion, thank you.
I'll assist.
Thank you.
I'd assist with Kundrik, but it would just, put you at disadvantage.
It would just be double assist. Hendrik isn't that uncharismatic.
Sure.
Just need to find the D20s. 23.
23. Alright. They seem to take your words and, get out of your way. There's still some murmuring as people disperse, but they very quickly kind of go about their business.
What was that murmur? I destroyed.
Okay, let me pull up the battle map.
No. What's their loots?
No. You need to fight them.
Do I really have to? There's nobody in this town that can take me.
Yes. If you're going to start killing random peasants for no good reason, I'm going to make you have to sit through the combat. Alright. You guys get through the town, no problem. You start heading north. As it was discussed, you guys, the heading straight meant that you'll have to stay there in the evening. Was the whole big deal. And Kundrik at the time had been the one like, yeah, he'll put us up for the night if we show up.
We do still have the Minotaur with us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You guys randomly traveling with another strange thing that you guys aren't necessarily, keeping around in shackles.
Oh, fluffy cow!
It's nothing new to them. They're just like, okay, this group... They don't even seem to bat an eye at that. Like, the people of this town seem okay with this group being weird. But the Minotaur is still with you.
And the refugees don't hate us, so.
The refugees, yeah, they ignore you as you come in. you're just symbols of the town, and they're not happy with the town, even though the town's the one safe place that they have. All right. Heading north. Probably one of the safest stretches of road this day. Because, you know, it gets occasionally patrolled by the Hunters Guild and the Nyogi's own forces occasionally both are moving around. And you guys come across the kind of pillar of stone that the Nyogi had parked its large spider-like vessel atop of, with several others around, and it still has the palisades kind of set up. Does it look any more permanent than last time you guys were here? Well, for those of you who were here for it. But, like, it's still looking like it's like, hey, yeah, this is a semi-permanent dwelling that could be more, but it's well protected in case something happens. All right. As you guys begin to approach, several armed bugbears leave the camp and seem to be walking directly up to you. They don't have helmets on, so you're able to see the very distinct bugbear heads, but other than that, like, they're dressed in relatively ornate, a shiny metal that looks almost more of that material that they make the giant spider thing out of than steel so much, but it's very glossy and shiny. There's 4 of them. And as they get closer, it seems like they're walking directly towards you. Any preparations or reactions?
Are their weapons drawn?
Well, they all have pole arms, so technically, yes, they're carrying them, but they do not seem to be carrying them in a offensive manner. Should have just distinguished that. My bad. They're not brandishing weapons at you, but they have them in their hands.
Okay.
No? And as you guys get close, they spread 2 on either side, and then they seem to turn around and are marching alongside you guys as you move forward. 2 of them affix little banners to their halberds that they have, which hold a series of markings that you probably don't know offhand, unless someone wants to try to throw out some kind of lore. It seems awfully wholesome and whatnot, because it's got like a sleeping lamb on the thing, and bright, happy colors, but there's a
Would
dude.
acknowledge religion?
Knowledge religion would work perfectly fine.
18.
Nat 20, 26.
Basically at the same thing. It's a halfling funerary banner.
Interesting.
For your fallen comrade.
And as you guys pass in through the first palisade, there are a group of 6 Nyogi who are laying prostrated on the ground. And then some poorly acting mourners behind them that are probably, well, they're either employed by the Nyogi or they're owned by the Nyogi. It's hard to tell, but they're mostly human. As you guys pass, the Nyogi who were prostrated, lift up their eel-like heads, follow around behind you guys as you guys continue in. And getting down to the center of the camp, the very large Nyogi that is the boss of this entire place comes on down, and he's wearing a black veil, which is topped with kind of like a blackened, like almost like cone hat. And he comes up and he bows to you all. I apologize for not coming to you to wish the best upon your group with the passing of Solomon.
Foreign funerary traditions.
My house, as always, is open to all of you.
Oh, what's today?
But when I heard about the news, I considered just not doing anything, and that was inappropriate, given his level of contact with this land here. But his position and his candor will be sorely missed. I also understand that several more of your party members are now missing or in a different state of being. So especially to Darkness and Kundrik, of which I know, additional condolences. For those of you who are new, at least in my reckoning, I welcome you to my camp, and I'm glad to see that my friends have replenished their numbers, it seems. With that, he gives a deep bow, has to shift his head almost uncomfortably to make sure that the cone holding the veil is kept in place, because apparently it's not squeezing down, it's just laying on top of his eel head.
Just needs a drop of sovereign glue to hold it in place.
And with that, there's a couple moments of a low, rumbling singing that comes from the bugbears. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Sounds like a chainsaw in a factory.
And with that, they all disperse, and then two Umbra Hawks kind of come up from the piles that they were kind of resting in and go back to being on either side of his ramp up to his little ship. Now that that is done, hello, hello, hello. Is there anything I could do for all of you?
Yeah, actually. We came here specifically to ask for your assistance, because you are apparently quite skilled in dealing with dangerous Denzians. As Beckett looks at both Umber Hawks.
Well, yes, we have some experience with a variety of life forms and attempting to contain them.
I have a question for the GM.
Okay.
Does Beckett remember the Nyogi showing up to the capital the last time they did?
Unlikely.
Okay.
It wasn't super well known.
Gotcha.
It was an oddity because they set up a market the way they did, but there was a lot going on in the city at the time, let alone size of city.
Yes, there's a prison in the lands that were once controlled by Twiggy. And in that prison are 3 creatures that are too dangerous to let roam around, but we can't prove they've done anything evil or destructive as of yet. 2 of them are very monstrous, and one of them is a beholder.
Oh.
Not to say a beholder is not monstrous, but he at least could have conversation.
They can definitely have conversations.
I believe one of them was a gray render, and the other one was, what did you call it, a grell?
Kundrik nods. Grell could be interesting. There is a chance that it's little more than an animal, but there's a chance that it is an intelligent being.
We've determined that the 4 of them, there was a 4th member who was...
The Minotaur raises his hand.
Let's just say he's very polite, and he has no plans on doing anything that would cause us to want to change our opinion of him.
All right.
They were kept for certain skills, so I don't know what a Grell can offer somebody because I know very little of them, or a Grey Render. Beholder, on the other hand, I do know they are very dangerous and useful when put to the right task.
I am amazed that somebody just has a random beholder in their enthrallment in some fashion or capture.
Twiggy was a very powerful being.
This would be one of those things like the swamp hag.
That's what's been described to me. I don't know much about it because, well, I've only recently become aware of my surroundings. Let's just say, the last time I was awake, I was in a very large city that was being ravaged by war.
Well, the records of my tradesmen state that this used to be quite a glorious city for land dwellers' perspectives, even by some who travel the Philistine would probably admit that it was impressive.
Interesting. Mental note.
Well then.
Ring the Nyogi for information so I understand where I'm at.
Well, the first thing that I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to, as I'm assuming likely the inheritors of Solomon's possessions and estate, at least for those who knew him, I give you the appropriate gift for a good trading partner and a trade contact.
Solomon did love buying things from this guy.
He clicks his fingers, and two Nugi come up with 2 humans that are relatively well dressed. Well, 2 humans each. To Kundrik and to Darkness. These are to do with as you will. I suspect from your proclivities that they're about to be set free, but this is of requirement.
Yay,
And
more slaves.
I do understand that since your last enslaved housekeeper was killed, that you may have need for replacement, but I don't have a similar replacement to give you. Gundrick looks at him and just says, "Get in the wagon."
I look them
I
over.
resent Grace.
I look them over. Do they look like well fed, or at least not starving right this second?
Well, they're well fed. They're not. What's a good way of putting it?
You said they're dressed well.
They are dressed well. They have been fed well enough.
So they don't look like they're ravenously hungry right
No,
this second?
they're not ravenously hungry right now. And
All right,
does
so Kudrick's comment goes by perfectly fine by me. They look okay. They'll be safe in the wagon. Actually, we're going to probably end up staying here the night. I don't think they'll be safe in the wagon all night.
well, just for the moment, get in the wagon. All right. A beholder, a grell, and a gray render. I can definitely deal with 2/3 of that problem. The beholder might be more tricky. I'm assuming he's of a local breed.
He stated he was from somewhere a few towns away.
Probably thinks that he is the greatest thing ever and that he is the pinnacle of what can be amounted to even his race, let alone others beneath him. Well then. Will you be staying the evening?
Well, it will be very late if we head back now. And I was informed by Kundrik that you usually offer them hospitality.
Oh, you all have, even the new ones. Speaking of which, who are you?
My name is Beckett.
And he looks at Koali.
My name's Squally.
Vaughn's currently sleeping back at the house.
Oh,
He
good to know
exhausted himself in a fight.
Good to know that your worker bee hasn't managed to get himself offed.
Surprisingly, I think he is very robust.
He may be a farmhouse creature.
No, because the remove curse worked on him.
Fair enough.
And at least removed his giant head. It's now a normal sized head. I have not been able to
Oh,
remove
the
his
goblin.
scales or his gills.
Or the goblin. This is attached to the soft spot.
Oh well, goblin seemed like he's content.
Well, I know this is going to sound maybe a bit confusing, but I am now officially Trademaster Onyx as my official name and title. Which couldn't have happened at a better time as I'm starting to get through my years of being declared a Trademaster of a world. Well, gives me a little bit longer to deal with these things. Before my compatriots force me to make a brood. But yes, I'll have rooms made ready for you. The Minotaur at this point goes, "Yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue heading north so I can stay far away from your local town, as per my word."
Well, I looked at Kudrick. We did say we would try to at least equip him with some stuff, right?
Yeah.
Trademaster Onyx, do you sell at least some mundane gear that we may purchase for. I have his name somewhere.
It's a good sign for me to try to load up my notes.
Maybe I don't have his name.
I'm not going to spend all day looking for it. I already moved those notes to a different place. Anyway. Listen, well, as long as it's some basic equipment, he can go to the armory and get himself some stuff equipped and get out of here. If he requires anything special, we can wheel and deal then. We have been good trade partners with your adventuring party, even after they went out and got some specially requested items for me. So while I don't necessarily feel like I'm in your debt, a simple trifle of a couple small things, not an issue.
Suddenly the Minotaur's walking out with a backpack just full of food.
With that, the Minotaur snorts, nods at all of you guys, and goes off and follows one of the little Neogi that scurries off and takes him to the armory.
155 ham sandwiches.
Well then, how about you all go up, I'll have someone lead you to the guest quarters, get you settled in. Would you like some dinner?
I'm fine. I don't know about that.
Gudra goes, I mean, I'm not going to say no. I'll assume that was a ye.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
All I heard was yeah. And he looks at Koali. Do you have any specific dietary requirements that I might need to provide with if you were interested in having a meal?
Nothing special, no.
Well, I'll definitely stay away from roasted cat and mouse on a stick.
All I can think of is the scene from
Aw.
Eli. You'll like it. Cat feeding it to a mouse.
He gives a big, toothy, what he probably thinks is an endearing grin. And then he goes, let me set about and seeing what I might have to put together to make sure that we can keep a beholder in containment. That's going to be the hardest part of this request. And what I'm going to do with one after I have one.
That's where the paladin goes, oh my, what rustic architecture.
Although I wonder... I've never tasted one before. He
Just
kind of
going to ignore that.
goes off, and one of the other Yogi comes up. It is very, servant-y, nods at you guys, and starts leading you up the ramp.
Like a vampire leap on it.
Kudra looks at you. Yeah, this is why I don't like dealing with these guys. They are slavers.
Yeah.
Although they have agreed to not do anything like that to the citizens of any of the nearby towns. It's part of kind of what Solomon negotiated with them.
This halfling sounds more interesting as the day goes.
Yeah, he kind of liked this guy, despite the fact he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I can see he has what could be considered endearing qualities.
Yeah, I guess. Well, like, he did get very mad when one of his lieutenants was working with goblins to enslave some of the local populace and get a profit off of it. I mean, that's how we ended up with our cook for a bit.
Sounds like a, what's the word I want to use? A man of his word?
Oh, the trader. Yeah. He holds to his word very well. He's a good merchant.
At least as far as you know.
Well, as far as I can tell. I still think.
It's rare for merchants, to be fair.
I think there might be some buyer beware, but as long as he is getting a profit from it.
Caveat emptor.
But with the high-priced items that we mostly have dealt with, seeing that we pretty much use this as a place to buy and sell magic items, I think he wants to avoid getting a bad reputation with us.
Powerful adventurers randomly showing up on his door with pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, I'd think that, but I don't understand how most of these villains think that we're not just going to smash through them when we come up. So
it's usually arrogance. Of course, it also tends to be the death of adventurers too.
Fair. Hi, Rosalie.
And if Mitch was here, I would look at it.
Yeah, it's pretty standard with his characters.
No, because Mitch died because he was arrogant.
It's pretty standard with Mitch characters. I love you, Mitch. If you happen to pop into this at any particular point, I miss Mitch. All right. But yeah, the servant leads you guys up, shows you each to rooms, including one that is koala sized. It says if you need anything, he shows you to where the bells are. And each of the rooms you guys get shown to are basic finery. Linens everywhere. A nice big fireplace for darkness. And nice little windows looking through the kind of clear, almost ceramic looking material that for all the windows in this place. Seem to block out a lot of bright sunlight per se, but you can see through them just fine. And you guys are left to your own devices for the moment, at least until dinner arrives. Guys just kind of padiddling. Like, if anybody wants to do anything, just let me know. Especially since Housebear's looking things up in a book, so I'm just making sure.
Darkness. Miriam.
Yeah.
Drew didn't tell you received a magic item.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Moon sickle.
Yeah, what's the moon?
Yeah, it was in the chat, I think, at one point, or it said something about it. It's a moon sickle.
That's it. Okay.
I'm trying to remember who got the stone of luck, or the stone of good luck.
I can barely hear you, John.
Sorry, I was looking down and trying to read.
Look up and see which...
I got the stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which, I got something called the something sensor. I don't know what it is.
It's in Tasha's. Kundrik was able... it's not giving me a page. I just looked it up real quick to see which book it was in. It does require attunement. But let me grab the Tasha's and I can...
Check by your foot.
No, that's Mordenkainen and Monsters Manual.
Just making sure.
I already checked. Here! It is on page... Got the right book, right? Yes, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Well, yeah, helps if I'm looking in the correct place.
I found it. It's 133.
Okay. It is the uncommon +1. There is some quality to it because apparently it was made by Twiggy. That he's not entirely sure what all it does. But the basic stuff seems about accurate.
It makes you smell funny.
Whatever the shit thing was?
Not in the sense that it is shit. It is whatever that shit thing was.
Okay.
What I was
Gotcha.
saying.
All right. Well, with that, after about an hour,
Oh, hold on. Pause there.
nope, pausing.
Miriam brought something to my attention. I will cast Remove Curse on her to see if I can remove her Brill Bone Syndrome.
Oh,
Thank you.
ready. I need you to give me a Vectus of the caster check roll. Is that the...
I think technically it doesn't require anything.
Normally it does not. I had you roll last time too, if you don't remember.
I do. Just saying. Castle is 10. Do you mean the castle level check or the spell attack thing?
Well, last time I think I had you do it off of your caster level check.
Alright. So, D20 plus 10. 26.
Okay. You suddenly get the uncomfortable feeling of your bones being less
Enjoy your calcium.
yeah, yes.
Heck
You have
yeah.
your osteoporosis has been fixed.
I got another one. Let's see if I can get a trifecta today.
Okay.
Come here, Kundrik.
Kundra comes over.
Remove curse.
Womp. Doesn't even do nothing.
I got a 29.
Yeah.
Sorry, whatever you got is way more powerful.
Wild magic.
I've never seen wild
Yeah,
magic take somebody into a
orderlies.
tree.
We were barely able to get her fixed from being the blue and orange.
Hurry the platypus.
I'm working on it. It may have to involve me creating a whole new body to transfer my essence into.
That sounds painful.
Probably.
That sounds... Beckett walks away. Because he's going to try to be nice and not just go... That sounds like heresy. I should murder you.
I'm a necromancer. Leave me alone.
I know.
I'm a good guy.
He should be happy I don't murder him normally. I specialize in dealing with necromancers, grave robbers, and undead that don't want to stay fucking down.
Well, with that, the Nyogi comes around to each of your rooms and says that dinner is prepared if you would like to come.
I'm turning the air on.
Okay. Let me know if it gets super loud in here.
Okay, I'm not turning the air on because you have the remote somewhere.
I do have the remote somewhere. Oh yeah, because it got knocked down and it launched across the living room and I just put it right there. Now I might need to try that noise canceling thing.
Sorry guys, it got too hot in here.
Can everybody hear me just fine?
Yeah. And
Yes.
now I don't know the echo.
Now the echo's gone?
No, I spoke too soon.
I'm sorry. But yeah, is everybody going to dinner? You said that you were good, so you didn't have
I
to.
mean, I'll still go with them to dinner. I'm just not
Okay.
eating.
All right.
And not because I don't want to. I don't eat.
When you guys get there, the table has a almost completely different level of fare that it had almost every single time. There's still a lot of like mushrooms and heavy breads that, you know, seem to be for like before was kind of curtailed, and a lot of just like comfort food because Solomon was there. And you know, Rourke ate whatever was in front of him. And there's still some stuff that seems to be more like wild caught game. For the kind of in darknesses, more dietary stuff, but there's also a pile of very fancy looking fruits that look almost overly bright and just more. When you think of a fruit, what appears in your head as opposed to, you know, oh, I found an apple. And then, of course, there's the, you know, variety of meats that are in front of the Niyogi, as almost always. Although it looks like he's wrapping all of his meats in seaweed currently. My guests. Please have seats. There should be some stuff for everyone here. Later we might be joined by 2 more guests if they arrive in time. Is that alright?
Sure hope.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
I try to be a responsible host. Everything should be good. You know, game that was caught within the last 48 hours of some lands further north of here. Maybe not all the way to the cold places, but further north. Fruits painstakingly transported here from the lands of good. And, well, Kundrik, you like your breads and your mushrooms, so there you go.
Thank you.
I did not know that you were going to actually even show up this evening, so I don't know what your preferences may have been.
I just showed up to be company. That's all.
So, upon talking with my 2 best game masters, it shouldn't be much of an issue. The one thing I'm assuming the render had already chosen its being it was imprinted on, and now it is without one, I'm assuming. Probably that Twiggy or someone who worked for him that is not available.
That is as good a guess as any.
So that's going to be the easy enough. The Beholder, again, is going to be tricky, and I am, after dinner, going to send off one of my underlings to go talk to some of those who are still sailing to see if anybody has some contacts amongst Beholder kind to figure out what to do, because this is a rarity and we don't want to anger the Council of Beholder Mothers if something comes up, because having them suddenly trying to lay claim to what's going on here would create even more problems with the elves trying desperately to kill us off. That situation hasn't been dealt with yet and is still an open invitation if you would all like to Go negotiate with some elves to create a peace. It would be fantastic. Be it, you may not have a whole lot of experience with star elves, but you'll probably do better than I would.
Knowing this group, probably not.
I mean, you've managed to stay on my good side and treated me fairly and with respect. And you dealt with a bunch of dragons. Collectively. When the dragons were occupying the entirety of your little hamlet. So there might be some more to your diplomatic abilities than you give yourselves credit for. At least worth a nice meal. And the offer is still open because they have turned down every overture I have made. And you are the only representatives of this planet that I trust to go up there. With that, he gets some music playing. Oh, he does say he will go out. He'll send out some teams and he will acquire them. Should not be an issue. In fact, if you would like to be dropped back off there at some particular point, he could go ahead and have one of his captains drop you off while they go to collect these people.
That would be really spectacular, actually. That would save us a half-a-day trip.
But with that, he gets some music that's playing. Again, some of it sounds really alien and weird, but some of it starts morphing into more, at least, familiar tones. And as you guys are getting a little bit closer to ending, an elf of somewhat androgynous appearance, with bright green hair, and a fancy set of brown, gray, and green robes comes in. The Neogi says, yes, I feel like you might be showing up while they were still here. These are the Lost Causes. Membership changes recently. I've sent correspondence about them. And to all of you, this is Iale, a representative of Drakenward. He has come to talk about me possibly staying here, or whether or not a flight of dragons is going to come and destroy me.
Good times.
Because they seem to feel that they have the authority to do that, wherever they wish. Anytime they wish. Despite this being well outside of Drakenward's borders. The elf smiles and goes, well, when it comes to the safety of the world, it's all of our worlds together. Just more dragons, because we're a greater race. The guy sits on the opposite side of the table, picks up a couple fruits, munches on them. So you're all the representatives from down in Last Stand, huh?
I believe that's what they are.
Yeah, Kendra goes, there's been some changes, as the Nyogi stated. Well, I'm going to say warned when coming here that by a particular queen of scribes that there were some meddlesome adventurers wandering around. Gooder goes, yep, I'm the only one that's left of that group.
You're fine.
It's here. Otherwise, he'd be like, yep, me and the dwarf crew, yeah.
Dwarves are the only
I was there
survivors.
for the overbook.
I'm certainly meddlesome.
I've
Well-
been called that on several occasions.
Darkness, by the time you showed up, the dragons were gone.
No, I was. Darkness was here for the overbook.
For the what?
The dragon's leaving.
You were?
I believe so.
I thought that was just, Oh, well, I'll assume yes. Works fine by me. And you're certainly meddlesome. The elf kind of leans down at the table and looks at Koali. You don't look that meddlesome.
That only helps.
That is entirely fair. Well, I have no reason to have any issues with any of you. Eventually, we'll be back to Last Stand, and then it'll be an issue then. Seeing that too long has this valley been ignored. As it has a very important place in how the world works at this point. Well, anyway, I am not here for niceties of dinner. He looks over the Nyogi. We'll come back to our negotiations later. I'll be waiting by the entrance. He gets back up. They get back up and walks back out. The moment that the elf leaves the room, the Nyogi looks. Dragons. So unpleasant. Think they own everything.
Yep.
Yep. Drakenwood's always been a contentious place for what I remember.
Oh yeah, you've heard the name Drakenmord. It is a very proud kingdom that is always its thing that was a part of the Empire even before. Felt that their shit don't stank compared to the rest of the world. You don't remember there being dragons in Drakenmord, but... Well...
Yeah, Darkness is thinking, block these dragons.
I'm sure I'll be able to come to something the terms, especially with a scheming green dragon like that. Why they sent one of those as a negotiator is well beyond my understanding. I would have expected something like a bronze or a silver. Maybe they couldn't stand to be in the same room as me. Oh well. Not the only place and people to consider me to be nothing more than an abomination. I did not chase away all the good dragons, Retro. Anyway. with that, though, I will let the evening... And, I mean, if you wish to continue sitting here and eating, that's fine. I'm going to take my leave to deal with this dragon so he can get his self-important scaly behind back to whence they came.
Okay.
I apologize for taking my leave early. And then Yogi gets up from his chair and goes off out of the room.
Charge off after the dragon and dick punch him.
You're not Solomon.
Good luck. I'm not saying good luck in the sense of you can't take, you can't, go for a crotch punt. But,
You know what the terrifying part is? Smite.
Fair.
No, I'm not trying to go run off to go punch the dragon in the dick.
Fair.
I want to, because he's a dick, but, we're at a guest's house. No start shit in the house unless we have to.
That's entirely fair.
And we should be warned that the dragons might come back to the last stand.
Out of character, you guys were warned that. You know who else is likely to show back up? The whatchamacallit, Baron dude.
The Iron
Red
Duke.
Baron?
Yeah, the Iron Duke. That's
The
right.
Iron Duke. Kinder goes, yeah, no, the dragons left a very thinly veiled will be back.
Not that I'm talking about.
I mean, we might be working on a dragon's timeline, so all of us might be gone by then.
Says you peasant. I mean, I don't say that out loud. 'Cause that would be not in character.
Rude! With that, a servant takes you off to, your rooms whenever you guys are done eating. Gets you guys set up. It's weird living in a climate-controlled spaceship. But it stays a perfect temperature the entire evening.
Yay.
It's good for sleep for those who sleep, and good for, I don't know, sitting and watching reruns of Leave It to Beaver all night.
I read a book, a very specific book. I've probably read 400 or 500 times.
And with that, morning comes along.
I whip it. Because I worship Devo.
At least you're not being Mordreded murdering the dawn.
I'm not allowed to with Adam being here. He's the one who murders the dawn. Only when Adam's not here am I allowed to murder the dawn.
That's fair. But relatively early in the morning, I mean, no earlier than most of you are used to waking up, especially, except for maybe darkness. There's a knock at each of your doors respectively. And however you do respond, whether gruffly or eventual knocking until you finally answer. Unless someone's going to attack the person knocking.
Oh, the door.
You see a relatively gruff-looking half-orc who says that the transport will be ready in about half an hour, so go ahead and get your breakfast and we'll get you along.
Alright. Thank you. And then I proceed to go...
It'll be
Open up-
down the landing fields, da-da-da-da-da.
No, I proceed to open up Darkness's door and just hoist her up.
Honk shoot, honk shoot, honk shoot.
It just picks up Darkness, and Darkness is still asleep.
I'm aware she just sleeps.
It does seem to be Darkness's favorite thing to do.
Darkness is cat.
It's sleep and fireball. Most cats can't fireball.
But then
Only for a lack of ability.
That's probably right.
Just remember, a toaster is a was a death ray with too small of a filament.
All right. Collecting in the area where you're directed to with the landing fields, there is a.
I put darkness in the wagon.
There's
Shoot.
there's a boat. By the way, your Darkness and Kundrik's 2 slaves each have been taken care of the evening. Speaking of which, in the morning it gets to that point, Kundrik does wake up Darkness. Hey. What are we gonna do with our people? I mean, we're about to go to the ruins, but do we just set them free here? Do we ask the transport captain to drop off at town? Are you keeping yours?
We have to stop back at the house.
Alright.
Spawn's still there.
We could take them to the house and have them be servants there and pay them.
I'm setting mine free. What they decide to do after that is on them.
Fair enough.
I don't own people.
You own corpses.
He's got a bunch of good marks, and then he's got like 1 or 2 bad.
That's different.
Problem is, those bad ones way. Luckily, he's still doing okay. Until he decides to make a second body, then I might have problems. That's skirting the domains of gods.
I mean, it's up to you what you do, Darkness, but I don't own people. And the corpses are just my tools. I don't own them.
I grab one of the skeletons and yeet him.
Hey, it's not very nice.
You didn't own him.
Well, but he's more of like my friend.
I teach them about unions.
The undead union,
Hey,
that's great.
Mike.
They get like 21 days off.
Well, like I said, you can work with it, however. I'm just going to set mine free. If they're like, hey, all we know is like servantry and we're going to die out there, I might be like, alright, we can figure something out, but worst comes to worst, they'll find work in Last Stand, I suppose. But if you want yours to work there, that's fine. I wash my hands of this mess.
Fair enough.
I'll be honest, I didn't like the last housekeeper, but it was the only way to keep him alive. Because otherwise he was going to end up being dead, and I wasn't a big fan
Let
of
me
that.
talk to them.
Alright, you come over
I
to...
approached the 4 humans.
Alright, they're there.
So it is more than likely that you will be set free upon our departure.
Alright.
Do you have plans?
No, did not expect to have any freedom ever again in our lives. The one goes, I didn't expect to be stuck on a planet either, but...
If you could see behind my helmet, the look of confusion. Alright. So, secondary question, since it's obvious you have no plans, if we do for you, do you have any idea of how you may survive this world?
They look at each other. I don't think any of us have any specific plans yet.
Alright, third question.
The one who said that he didn't want to be on the planet. Because, but, we'd probably try to find a way to play a trade. unless we were, dropped off in the middle of the wilds somewhere.
Well, third question: do you have any appreciable skills?
All of us have been trained in the basics of housekeeping and cooking and basic servantry. It's probably not a term.
All right. Bear with me just a moment. I turn to look at Kundrik. Do you have some sort of fund that if, say, we had to pay somebody?
Well, I mean, yeah, we've got... Oh, man, the bookkeeper's a tree. We'll figure it out.
I'll take a look at the books later. I turn back and look at them. Well, how about for the current being, we offer you jobs for the time being.
The one who had talked about didn't expect to be stuck on a planet. Technically, we haven't been freed yet. Cooter goes, "My two, you're free." I don't even know which two you were. I didn't pay that much attention.
I look at Darkness.
We give them jobs.
You gotta free them first.
Okay, you're free.
Alright, now that you're free.
They immediately stab you. Yeah.
Ow. I'm sorry.
Fireball.
Smite. Smite as I punch a hole through one of their heads.
Ouch.
Because I doubt they'll survive 5d8 plus a d4. Like I said, for the time being...
Time Big will come with you. We'll follow you to get out of here. And then when we can get to a spot where we can collect our thoughts, then look at each other and figure out what we're doing, you might be able to work out an arrangement, because I doubt you have needs of 4 house servants.
I mean, personally, I don't need any house servants, but I'm a very low-maintenance individual. But I think of Vaughn. There is one guy you'll be following around constantly cleaning up dirt after if you do this.
Oh, I thought you were going to hire one of them just to constantly brush Darkness.
One of them can, if that's what Darkness wants. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything.
You also shed. Someone could brush out that undercoat.
I found fur in all my boots.
Like you care.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I even saw that. I've been with you guys for like 3 days.
We'll work it out later.
Alright. Alright, Captain, we're ready whenever you are.
The half-orc comes down. Oh yeah, it leads you to basically almost like a Viking longboat. And on the thing, there's a couple Umber Hulks that are there. And a couple other just kind of mean, rough, nasty-looking individuals covered in scars and little bits of armor here, there, wherever. And lots of chains, like there's big hooks, nets, some other stuff that's kind of like, some of it's
obviously
draped off the side, some of it's like in little boxes and whatnot. And as you guys get on, one of the very rough-looking individuals sits in a chair, and the Viking longboat, longship, takes off into the sky.
So, I looked to the half-orc captain.
Okay.
So we stop by their residence, drop those 4 off, pick up 1, and then we'll continue with you to the prison.
Alright, more instructions before, but it's not that hard. You douse the person, and then they make the little adjustment, and they're there in moments.
Alright, that's the house. I go acquire the dwarf.
He's still just drooling everywhere.
That's
it's
fine.
worse than a Saint Bernard.
That's fine. Into the wagon.
The wagon and the longship both get filled by the drool.
That's impressive. He's gonna be so dehydrated when he wakes up.
Alright, but you drop them off the house, get back up, and you go over to Twiggy's area. They get to a point of where it all looks like normal forest, and it all looks like normal forest, until they circle around to find a landing point, and say, yeah, we're gonna need to be led to this place, basically.
Okay.
So whatever this is, I could have sworn I saw a tower in the distance, and it's gone.
Yeah, there's a bunch of illusions going on.
Yay, illusions.
They're all breaking too, which is unusual.
Probably not paid enough for this.
None of us are.
Yeah, we're not even getting paid.
Yeah, the difference is I have a boss who does pay me. I, in fact, get paid fairly well. But
Have you ever considered a union?
what is it with you and unions?
Somebody's got to be Tordek from
Marks.
the weekly roll. Just wait till I find giant spiders and unionize them, okay?
Okay. When you guys get to the rough entrance you guys have used many times to get in this place, you just give them the directions to where the prison is, basically, or...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they've got a lot of offloading and getting stuff ready and stuff along those lines. And with that, you guys are on the edge of the land of Twiggy again.
I gotta go pee.
And have fun with that. I believe the spots you guys still possibly wanted to check out as the kennels was still a possibility. Despite the fact that I do believe you got warned that it was probably empty at this point. Or at least mostly empty, if nothing else. And I don't know if there were any other specific locations other than oddities to check out. I'm drawing a brain fart as to what you guys have already learned about, and Miriam is probably the worst person asking that she hasn't been here the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
I just remember the kennel in the main tower still.
Kennel, well, yeah, and the main tower.
Yep, those are the only two places I know we have left.
Yep.
So to the kennel.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
All right. Guys begin heading in. Come to your usual meeting spot with the bogan. Hey guys.
Would you lead us to the kennel, please?
Sure thing. Begins leading you off in that direction. All right. Add that to my notes. All right. As you guys are going off in that direction, you come across a surprisingly intact bit of city work. Which part of it is aqueduct, which leads right up to the edge of a hole where the aqueduct seems to like almost be sheared, and then there is still water that's running from the top of this raised aqueduct into the hole, and there's actually some nice street area still around it, which is very reminiscent of the main roads in just forgot the name of the town, Last Stand, with the very well worked together like dwarven yet still human stonework that is just, lasted the ages. A complete mishmash of every kind of crafting style until they came up with something that worked good. And it does seem out of place. You guys just continuing on through, or are you going to do any level of investigation?
Hey, Mr. Bogan,
Yeah?
is there anything special about this particular area?
I mean, it's a good place to go under the ground here.
Oh, one night we don't have long.
Well, you go deep down enough, far enough below us, it's all just a big pond underneath us that's collected. The master flooded a lot of the underground to stop other bits of the underground from bothering him. Except for the swimming ones, of course. But most of them don't bother him because they're unlikely to come climbing up back out. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't go down there, so I don't know what's down there. Other than it's very wet. And I don't know where a boat is. And Kudrick goes, yeah, we got a boat.
I'm just going to investigate the area. I'm not going down the hole.
Okay.
So my investigation is some number that I don't remember off the head.
Sounds like a problem.
That's what it is. Let's see. I got an 11.
I
Okay.
assist.
Alright, then I get to roll.
You get to roll again.
I got a 22. I doubled the number.
You're going around, and one of the buildings nearby is, looks like once upon a time it was probably some kind of like a shop face for a building that was probably many stories tall, but there's only like about a story of it kind of left. It really only looks like the face of the building, really. The rest of it kind of crumbled in, kind of behind it. And you notice that while the door looks like it's been collapsed into, you can actually open up the door and, like, looking through a little bit of the side, you can kind of slide into whatever's in the room.
Okay, I'm done. I do it.
Okay. Roll me. Well, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
16. You start hearing, like, thud noises. Like, just a constant, repeated thud.
Somebody fapping too hard.
No, it's not fap. It's thud. Many a rapping going on.
Well, I look around.
Okay, well, you give me an active attempt to search for the... Yeah.
I got a 17.
Okay. Looking off to the right-hand side, ironically, it is high enough. You see what looks to be a, like, what would have been like placed a decoration, like gargoyle, or well, technically, because it doesn't look like it's a part of a water spout, it would be a. Oh, I just forgot what they're called. Anyway, but yeah, you see, there's a gargoyle that's placed weirdly on top of a bit of the wood that actually looks like that wood is a. It's floorboards. Not floor, but the wood is like a hatch that kind of blends very well with the floorboards. And you notice ever so slightly like this like slight vibrations of it under like the statue because dust is kind of coming off of the gargoyle.
Am I dumb or extra dumb? I lean back out the doorway.
Okay.
I found something. You guys want to come in and see it?
Okay.
Grotesque is what they're called when it's a gargoyle that isn't a part of a water spout.
Okay.
All right. Well, Kundrik will come in as well. Assuming Koali.
Yep.
All right, you guys cram into the room. There's just a little bit more room than just you guys. The undead are not fitting in here.
I point out the hatch covered by statue. Something's trying to knock its way up.
Well, let's ring the statue.
Okay. How heavy is the statue?
Huh?
How heavy is the statue?
Um,
Does it say under 300 pounds?
no, it's about 550 or so.
We'll do some math.
Hey, green sleeves.
Yeah, dude.
I was listening to a lot of piano music before game. I was worried I might have been putting a
Nice.
house bear to sleep.
Sorry, it's taking me a second to find the piece of information I need.
You're good. I'm gonna try to push it.
Unfortunately, I don't think the room is big enough for me to be like a moose or something.
There is a 15 by 15 area in the room, including where the man-sized statue is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Calculator. I can pick it up.
All right, so you move up to pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah, we're about to enter into combat.
Color me surprised.
Okay, so it's a very small combat map. And the exit to this place, again, while it's very thin, is hard to get through. Because you gotta kind of like lean and squeeze, there's no direct path. So let me move Koali here. Smallest combat map ever. At least it was relatively easy to get everything set. That's what the door is. Let's see. Darkness is unlikely to be right up next to it.
No, darkness is probably by the door.
I'll assume Quali was up near the thing, too. Alright.
Yep, I was right there helping.
So, what it's going to be is, while it's not that, like, it is jumping to surprise you that moment, but it does become an animate thing of stony flesh during effectively what would be some sort of surprise. Like, it shifts
the
and then
statue?
the statue is becoming
Okay.
a critter. And I'm going to need some initiatives. Darkness. Kudrik's gonna go before you, haha. Alright.
Good, it gives me time to think.
I got a 6.
Alright. Bucket with the 6.
I'm doing good.
Koali?
10.
Wow! In a strange twist of fates. Oh, I forgot to grab the Player's Handbook.
Twist of fate.
Yeah, Kudrik is first.
I didn't know we had that wrestling move.
Ah, funny. Kundrik, who is a minus to his initiative, is first.
Yeah, I rolled a whole whopping 4, okay?
It's alright, these things happen.
Me too.
And I'm no longer the dexterity-based monstrosity I used to play.
Well, that's fair. I'm sure that's like a 3 or a 4 on Koali's roll. Yeah, maybe a little higher than that, but you get the idea. Suddenly he guessed Fireball for the first time ever. In the tiny room.
Eh.
Let me double check something here. Really? Can I just not do the alphabet?
Well, I mean, we all know that spelling is not your strong point.
Yep. Kundrik casts a spell. And steps forward towards the creature.
I'm gonna touch you.
And pokes it. And shoots it with necrotic damage. Guys, I think this is some kind of greater Gargoyle.
Lovely.
Not entirely sure, but... definitely seems a lot scarier looking.
I feel bad for it.
You're allowed.
It's trapped in the room with us.
It is trapped in a room with you. Well, its turn.
I'd like to argue I'm still grappling it.
You hadn't quite touched it yet.
Alright, fine.
Yeah, it's gonna go after... probably the person... well, because Koali was moving in to help you out, right? Was moving to help move back it out?
I don't know. I can pick it up on my own.
Well, yeah, but he was being helpful. Come on now.
I'm just saying.
It's going to... you know what? I'm going to be smart about this. It's going to start by dividing up its attacks, and then we'll figure out what happens from there. Koali, what's your AC?
21.
It missed on its first claw attack. We'll hit on the second claw attack. I need you to give me a Constitution save. And if it's poison, if it matters.
28.
28? Alright, you're good. And you take... well, I mean, I know you're good. Take 12 points of damage. And... 2 claw attacks going towards... as the thing moves, it seems like its arms that furl out, like each split into 2 arms. That it's like double swiping at each of the guys going after it. Well, that first one's definitely not going to hit you because I rolled a 1. What's your AC though, Bucket?
16.
16? It definitely hit on the second one. Are you immune to poison?
No, but I'm very resistant to it.
Well, it's whipping out some poison at you.
That's not very nice of him.
Well, that's what it does.
Constitution, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So, 18.
18?
Oh, wait. Make that 22.
Okay, you're good.
I forgot I got to roll advantage.
10 points of magical slashing.
So, no poison damage.
No poison damage.
Gotcha.
And it is going to bite the bigger guy. It is a... yeah, I think that'll hit. And this one does... That's... Alright. You take 13 points of bite damage.
Okay.
And 16 points of poison damage.
So 8.
8. Yep.
Okay. That cheeky bastard.
Koali, it's your turn.
I'm going to use War Magic on it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I'm using War Magic.
Okay.
I hit AC 25.
25 hits it right now.
17 points of fire damage.
All right.
And I hit AC 22.
That will hit.
Points from my sword.
All right. It seems like the fire is just fine. The sword itself seems to do less damage. Not no damage, just less damage. All right. Which puts us at darkness.
Has the moon sickle been attuned yet? With the long rest?
Oh yeah, you were attuned to it before the game, like several sessions ago. We assumed you probably were attuning yourself to it because fancy sickle.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna first pull that out. And then I'm gonna cast protection from poison on Beckett.
Well, now I'm very resistant to poison.
Boink! You have to. Well, does that have a range, or do you have to move to touch him?
I have to move to touch him.
Okay.
What does protection from poison actually give me? Is it immunity?
So what it gives you is, I'll read the description. You touch one creature. If it is poison, you neutralize the poison. If more than one poison affects the target, you neutralize one poison that you know is present, or you neutralize one at random. And for the duration, the target has advantage on saving throws against being poisoned. It has resistance to poison damage.
Use it on Koali. Don't use it on me. I'm already mostly immune to it. I have both advantage and resistance.
I'll allow the cuckoo. Your character's been real secretive, but I don't know. I'll give it that you might know that by now.
I've also have mentioned to the group I am highly resistant to poison.
Fair. So you shifted it to Koali?
Yes.
Koali, you're getting touched by the kitty. And the kitty isn't trying to bat you around.
Alright.
Kundrik does the like, I'm looking at you thing, like, be careful around the mouse.
I want a good clean fight. Let's get it on.
That's for after.
Alright. And after that is... Beckett.
Well, I'm in a very crowded space. I don't want to draw my greatsword, so I punch it in the face.
Okay. Is this going to be a smiting punch?
Oh, it will be two of them, actually. Just let me see if I hit him first. Does a 19 hit?
A 19... Oh, wrong book. And look up my modification.
Specifically, I'm punching him with my special hand.
No, you guys are not fighting in a 3D. There we go. That and my modification here. 8, you said, what was it again?
A 19.
A 19?
Yes.
A 19 hits.
Okay.
I thought you said 18 before.
And then my second attack, we might as well figure out if it hits or not. That's a 19 plus 9, so 28.
Well, that definitely hits.
Okay. So he's going to take... The first hit's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Plus a bunch of d8s of radiant damage.
Yeah, the radiant damage does just fine. The,
That's 10, 13. Oh, I spent third level spell slots.
Okay, that's fine.
19, 20 points of radiant for the first one.
Okay.
And then the second attack is 8 points of bludgeoning.
All right.
15, 21, 27, 30 points of radiant damage.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Okay, back to top of the order.
The gargoyle's like, ow, ow. He's punching me in the
Yep.
face.
He continues slapping the thing. Oh, so... Cool. That's all he's doing right now. Its turn. And... Okay, nothing fancy happens there. It is going to redirect all of its attacks at Beckett.
Good.
Your AC is 16.
Yep.
Well, it hits you with 4 claws.
Alright.
Four saves. Which are at advantage. No, not at advantage.
Yes, it
Or you're at your advantage. It's
I'm
not.
already at advantage.
Yeah,
That's why I
fair.
told her not to do it.
12,
22, 21,
22, 21.
and 19, and 21.
You're good. $30. 33 points of damage from just all the claws raking across you. And the bite. That it misses. That hits AC 15. Yeah. It chomps the air and a little bit of poisonous goop comes coming out of its mouth. Koala, it is your turn.
Same as last time.
Okay. Kick his ass, Seabass.
Can you critically hit with a spell?
Yes.
Yes, you can, but it only doubles the dice damage.
Well, you double the number of dice you roll.
Yeah, you double the number of dice you roll. You don't add extra bonuses. It's 5th ed criticals. If you have to hit with a spell.
Okay, that's 30 points.
Okay.
And then 12 points with the sword.
So 6, 7, 2. Okay.
That's all for me.
All right, and Darkness, it's your turn.
He's gonna cast Flame Blade and then attack.
You can't get within range of it. Unless Flame Blade adds some range to it, which I don't think it does
No,
it?
shit.
Yeah, Flame
No, it
Blade
does
just
not.
is your, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it's kind of in the corner of the room getting surround pounded by Kundrik, who might not supposed to be there, but...
He's there now.
I'm gonna cast protection for poison on Kudrick then.
This group is very protected against this thing's poison. It's not gonna get to paralyze anybody. Ah, he just gave me the double deuce. The double deuce. Alright. Anything else?
I can't do much.
Alright. Beckett, your turn.
Well, this was effective. I'm gonna keep punching him and keep smiting.
How powerful smites are you using this time?
I will be using my last 3rd level one and then a 2nd level one.
Okay.
So first attack is a 19 plus 9, so 28.
That's gonna hit.
The second attack is a nat 20.
That will hit.
Alright, well, let's start with the first one. So that's 6 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And, what was that? 10, 17, 23 radiant.
23 radiant. Okay.
And then the second attack, 1 plus 3 is 4, so 9 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then this is 48, so 8d8. 9, 11, 18, 25, 45 radiant.
45 radiant.
Yes.
Alright. That it?
Yep. I'm feeling he's very unpleased by the amount of punching he's getting.
Kundrik's gonna slap it again.
Oh, Kundrik went before me.
You're the last.
Yeah.
And then it's Kundrik.
Oh, Kundrik's first, that's right.
Yeah, Kundrik is first in line, man! This is a rarity. You can't take this away from him!
That's why I got confused, actually, okay?
Alright, and then he steps out of the way, just kind of making a gentleman's motion towards darkness.
He provokes an attack of opportunity.
I am aware. Because he's leaving, because he attacked. Alright. He seems a little unconcerned by the amount of damage that he just took. And he is not paralyzed.
This group's really hard to paralyze right now.
Yeah. It's... I wish it luck. Its turn. Its arms fuse together into being two arms on either side. And it seems like the outside of this thing gets like thicker, harder, with like more ridges and kind of little spikes. And it pops out two little wings kind of its back.
I'm gonna gotta roar this thing and tear its wings off.
Instead of clawing, it's going to attempt to punch you twice. I think it missed on one of them, and it definitely hit on the other. 18 points of damage, and of course, I mean, you're not going to fail unless you get really unlucky.
1 second. Note taking real quick. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
I was keeping a mental calculation of how many hit points I had taken, and I wanted to make sure I had it right.
Oh, that's perfectly fine.
So 1.
1 save, yeah.
Does a 23?
Yes, 23 is perfectly fine. And it headbutts you for 30 points of damage.
Shoo! Alright.
And I believe it is Kuwali's turn?
Same thing again.
Already ready.
AC 19 hit.
That misses.
And then I hit for 20 points with a sword.
I'm sorry, the 19 missed. And I think I missed something after that.
I rolled a 20 to hit with the sword.
Gotcha. That's what I missed. Alright. Well, you definitely hit with the sword.
That's all for me.
How much damage?
20 points.
Oh, you hit for 20, and it's 20 points of damage.
Damn.
Nice little warrior guy. It cracks, it shudders, and then in a kind of like muddy state, like kind of slumps over like a mud, like what's the best? Clay when it's on like the spinny thing and it's a little wet and all of a sudden it just collapses. That's what this thing kind of does. And kind of splooshes on the ground.
If only we had someone with a shovel.
Damn it, Vaughn!
I know the one time Bob's not here.
And immediately upon its weight, kind of at least even half shifting off the thing, like the little door that it was standing on, like the thudding on it, like seems to be like moving it a little bit, like there's still like someone who's trying to thud something on the bottom. Still not quite getting the door open, but you'll have to clear off some of the clay. Which, yes, you guys technically picked up Vaughn. John was very specific on that of like, we need to get Vaughn.
Well, because I figured we weren't going to head back. So,
Fair.
at the very least, he's with us.
Can we have Vaughn do the mundane thing of scooping up the clay?
Sure. Well, like, lay hands on myself.
All right. Upon moving the clay off of the door opens. And you see a couple dirty-looking humans. And when they look up, they're like, "Oh gosh, are we free? Are we out? Is everything okay? Who are you?"
My name is Darkness. Hi. Yes, you're free.
Who are you?
Oh, thank God. Well, I'm... Did I give these people names? I'm Bill. Yeah, this is my friend Edward. Like NPC 12345. There's 2 women, a small child, 2 males. Yeah, no, we pissed off something in this land, and next thing we know, like, we ended up in, like, these little cages down there. Like, and all of us had, like, I don't know, paint on us or something, as they kind of do this, like, dry, flaky paint seems to be kind of on them. Yeah, and it's really weird, and then this was the only exit we could find. Like, fortunately, we found some food down there, because we were down there for a couple days.
Let's get you out of this room, and we'll have you stay with our wagon for a while.
Well, they get out.
What's the last thing you guys can remember before going along?
I mean, we were doing some traveling. We were hoping to get a little bit further to the north. Get away with some of the mess down there that was happening with the gray-skinned guys. But like, we went up through here. I don't remember exactly what happened. We came up, there were a couple suits of armor that ran into us, and like, we know that they were just armor because you could see in, and it was just like without a head, unless they were invisible people, I guess. That's really the last thing that any of us remember. He looks around and, you know, kind of again. Assuming we pissed off whatever was up here, but with the sickness and last stand, we definitely weren't going through there.
I think that's been solved.
All right. Well, we'll be on our way. I don't know how long any of us were out for. Thank you for saving us.
You're welcome.
No problem.
They get out of the building. I'm assuming you let them get out of the building. Let's see, look around. Oh, guys, like, he licks his finger, puts it up. Yeah, we'll be on our way if you don't mind.
What direction are you heading? North still?
Don't know. We're probably gonna get out of the immediate area, see if we can do some washing and somewhere nearby.
If you go that way, and I point the way out of the woods, you'll be out of the woods. If you continue heading that general direction, you'll make it to Last Stand.
You give him directions to last stand. Well, noted. You sure the sickness is done there?
Yep.
Yeah, we made sure of that.
All right. Well, watch out for cannibals.
After they leave, I look at Kundra. Cannibals?
Oh god, yeah.
Probably the Ashwalkers?
Yeah, the Ashwalkers.
Sounds
They're,
like a long story.
it's things that we think were human that now feed off of magic, that live in the lifeless ash wastes outside of the valley.
Okay.
They're cannibals in the sense of they eat people, but I don't know if they are people. They seem to be people.
I'm just taking it in stride at this point.
And we can talk about that later if you want. The bogan pops out. Alright. You guys done, hanging out here?
Ouch.
Kundrik will apply, You get back 16 hit points.
Alright, I guess I'm mostly better. If you want to know, you knocked me down to 1/8 of my hit points.
Yeah, it's Edley. For the next hour, I'm going to be extra healthy, but I can't just give those to you.
I leap on him and like a vampire drain his life.
Well, that would probably do it.
I don't have that ability. It would just be odd. I'd be gumming at his wooden neck.
All right. So, Kuali, what exactly do you do?
What do you mean?
Well, you use magic in ways that seem to be outside of my normal experience. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, our old halfling Solomon used to use basic, sleight of hand to produce magic effects, so that was a little weird. You also seem to have a little bit of a unique magical talent about you. Is that innate or training?
Well, I used to be able to do more, but it's been something like 400 years since I've been home, so I kind of can't do as much as I used to.
Ah. Alright, fair. Yeah, and plus, rumor has it the entire world is being, slowly dying anyway, but meh. Alright, with that, you guys gonna continue on? Is anybody gonna try to heal up,
I can cast Healing Word on Beckett.
Yeah, you got pretty fudged up.
Yeah, mostly back to normal. I just don't even lay on hands enough.
He poked himself for a bit, but...
Yeah, for 50 fucking points of healing.
Well... Do the healing word on him.
Yeah, I'm doing the math right now.
Oh, okay. It's like, yes, you successfully do it. I don't know what your numbers are. Wow. Apparently there's going to be a Graveyard Keeper too, just as a side note that I just got barraged with messages about it.
Neat.
Graveyard Keeper 2!
You get 10 hit points back.
10 hit points back.
Now even closer back to...
Does your Moon Scythe give a bonus to anytime you heal someone or something like that? Or am I thinking of a different item?
It restores hit points, and I can roll the d4 and add that number to the amount of hit points restored. As long as I'm holding it.
So is that in addition to your normal healing when you restore someone's hit points, or it has the ability to do that? Oh, okay.
That's what I assume.
I think I remember something about that after I rolled it up. Did you count that in?
Yes.
Okay.
I rolled like shit.
That's what I'm figuring. Alrighty then. Well, with that, Pokin goes, this way, this way. Unless you guys are going to go play in the hall.
No. That seems to be a problem for another day.
Alright. I'm wondering where you guys are going to pull a boat out of, but, whatever. Magic. And he leads you up to the kennels. As you guys get close, it looks like there has recently been a fire that has burned down like an entire section of this area. But also, as you can tell from a distance, there's a lot of glinting of metal. And after a moment of observation, you notice that there's several dead goblins all over the place here that have the kind of steampunkish bits of metal around and containing them.
Well, it looks like they stopped here first.
But there's several decaying hellhounds and more than a few dead goblins. Do we get closer to check it out? As of right now, you don't see any movement of the area.
I mean, it's the only way we're going to find out if there's any of those hellhounds left.
Okay. Quality and darkness. What are your passive perceptions? I should probably write this down somewhere.
18.
Okay.
12.
Okay. But yeah, you guys get to the area. Of course, most of the goblins look like they've been thoroughly cooked or exploded. But yeah, you go and he had a full kennel of hellhounds. There were many hellhounds that were probably kept here, and there's probably about 8 that you can find corpses around. And probably like 4 to 5 dozen goblin corpses and or shrapnel left over from corpses.
I shall investigate.
Okay.
I shall assist.
21.
21. Okay. You're investigating along, and you come across one corpse that looks very odd. It looks like a bunch of stitched human flesh together into the form of something humanoid. Bits of metal sticking out in bits and
Is it
whatnot.
larger than a man?
Huh?
Is it larger?
It is an unusually sized humanoid object that is kind of stitched together.
I think I found another one of those golems.
But it's sitting there like stiff, but its hands are around the throats of one of the bugbears, and it looks like it got pounded by more than a few of those cannons. But it's stopped and not moving.
I said what I said.
Okay. Well, Kundrik will come up to check it out, because it's still a body.
And the golems all had a doodad we're looking for, right?
So far, if it is a golem, I only guess it's one because it's just bigger than a person, and it's not making my my senses for undead itch.
Yeah, it's not making any undead senses itch. You and your undead senses. Wish I could sense undead. Sorry.
I mean, you can't sense your own undead?
I can sense mine.
There you
All
go.
right. Quality and Darkness, either you guys going to go check it out?
Don't want to go check it out.
If Adam said something, I may have missed it.
Sure, I'll go check it out.
All right. You guys huddle around this thing. I mean, Kundrik does his studies of it. He goes, yeah, no, this is more construct than necromancy.
How can you tell?
There's... he begins giving an arcane explanation as to where the magics that animate a construct versus the magics that the literal life energies. This thing looks like it's more of powered by things like some forms of abjuration and conjuration, as opposed to literal life force or the negative aspect of life force empowering it.
Is he dead?
It appears to be inactive.
Should we check it for one of those things?
All right, let's start opening up sutures. So unless you just want to cut into its body.
We can do it politely, I suppose.
I try to be somewhat respectful to what probably were once people still. I mean, we have been to a dimension made of meat, so it's possible someone grabbed it from there.
That's another one to the good pile.
Darkness. As the group is sitting there huddled over this body and Kundrik is kind of opening it up, you start hearing a couple sounds like slight, very soft pad falls on the kennel floor behind you.
I am going to slowly turn around.
Are you going to attempt to hide the fact that you're trying to take a look at this thing, or are you just looking?
I'll hide the fact. Or attempt to.
Well, give me a sneaky sneak.
Nat 20 plus 9, so 29.
Okay.
Never existed.
You move your head just ever so slightly, so you're able to see a reflection off of that, a reflection off of that, a reflection off of that, and then you see the largest hellhound that you've ever seen. Moved to about 40 feet behind you, sneaking up. This thing looks like it is, I'd say been through hell, but we'll say it's already been through a crusade. It has several metal-tipped spear points sticking out of it, shards of metal, various other things. Like, it's trying to be very sneaky, but it is half crawling towards the group. as it's approaching. It looks like it seems to be intent on either you or Kuwali as the two people kind of further in the back.
I'm going to use a river god gift and cast Speak with Animals on it.
Do they count as a target for Speak with Animals?
No.
No, but with the
You've got the,
river god gift.
yeah. That is entirely fair. How smart are they is going to be the thing if it works or not.
I think they actually can speak.
Alphabet. Okay. I can't use the alphabet.
We know.
Yeah, this applies under the River King's gift. What do you say to the Hellhound?
Oh, you poor thing, you have all these spears in you.
And about the time that Darkness is saying that, Koali, you get the smell of fiend in thy nose.
Okay.
Just to give you a heads up. Roll me a I guess persuasion. Darkness. It cocks its head somewhat confused. The goblins set upon us. I think I'm the last that is left of my pack. Why do you talk to me?
Because I can. You seem hurt.
I am hurt. And I'm also very hungry.
You want some help?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how to help the hell out. Out of character.
Kendrick goes, "What's going on? You're talking with a hellhound."
Let's get those spears out of you.
Why are we trying to save a hellhound?
Because Darkness likes monsters.
That's not a monster, that's a demon.
I don't care.
Alright, then we're gonna have a point of contention here in a second.
Well, it didn't attack us.
It was sneaking up on us. Not that I can understand what it's saying.
Oh, yeah. You heard Darkness's end. It doesn't change hers to some weird gibberish.
Yeah,
if it was planning on eating
It
us.
probably wants to eat us.
Yeah, go ahead and ask it if it was going to eat you.
Okay, I will ask it if it was gonna eat us.
I was going to try. There's a very tasty looking treat walking with you. Kind of looks in Koali's direction.
But the mouse, yes, he has a snack. Sorry, Adam.
Say that again?
Sorry, Adam.
But I'm hungry and there's food right here. But you said you would help me.
I have some trail rations I can give you. It has meat.
Yep, no, I don't like it. I'm charging it.
Okay. It's gonna do some initiative. You can't save them all, Darkness.
No.
This thing would inevitably turn against you. Terribly.
Yeah, I'm aware now.
I mean, points to her for keeping a character with the fact that we all know that it would eventually try to eat Koali if nobody else.
I am delicious.
As he said, he's a snack.
I'm delicious, Zim! Anyway.
He's not Dib. Dib is delicious.
Alright. Let's roll out some initiatives here.
I got a 13.
13 to Bucket. Darkness.
Oh,
You're not doing nothing.
that's correct.
Koali?
12.
Well, it won initiative, and you are clearly moving in
Yep.
to attack. Well, it's going to do what hellhounds do best.
Breathe fire.
Yes.
Dexterity save.
I believe so. I need to double check. I'm pretty sure it's dexterity throw, but I don't know what the save's going to end up being, even with this thing being advanced. And I cannot alphabet today. I swear to fucking God. By giant, which means I'm gonna be close to H. Dang nabbit. It's not under H, because it's under D. Is that why I can't find the damn thing?
It should be under H.
That's what I thought. I just looked at the H. I just can't seem to alphabet today. Hellhound. Okay, I'm just stupid. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be a dexterity save from everybody. It is an unusually large, well, because it's very large, cone of fire that comes out of its mouth. So, partaking in combat or not, give me a dexterity save. Unless you're just gonna
23.
Okay.
22, I rolled a net 20 though.
Okay.
Not that that matters.
And Quali?
23.
Everybody made it except for the person who is weak to fire. All of you guys take 16 points of damage. Except for Kundrik. Well, there goes all his temporary hit points. All right, Beckett, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I charge at it and attack it with my greatsword.
All right, Shank Shunk.
First attack. That is an 11? 12? 12, yes.
A 12 misses.
Second attack. That is a 19.
A 19 hits.
Alright. I will spend a second level spell slot to cast Smite.
All right. Badonkadonk.
So it takes 8 plus 5, so 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
17 points of radiant damage.
All right.
I'm out of second level spells. No,
Quality, it's your turn.
I'm going to run over and stab it.
Well, it's kind of right next to you.
Well, that makes it even easier.
All right.
I hit AC 20
That will hit.
and AC 29.
Nope. AC 29. It's too high. You miss. No, you hit.
$26 points.
All right. Anything else?
That's all.
Kundrik is... Chill touch. And he gets cover. Darkness. You held, but you can basically choose to act if you would like before it goes to the next round. If you so choose to.
It's gonna continue to hold.
Okay.
It's not happening.
It is going to withdraw.
Disengage, you mean?
Yeah, disengage specifically. It attempts to flee from combat, basically. It can't get too far away because it was in melee at the beginning.
How far does it get away?
Well, with the disengage, you get your movement away, right? Yeah. It gets 50 feet away.
That's a good chunk of distance.
And Bucket, it's your turn.
Give me a second. I wasn't expecting it to disengage.
Hello there, Flower Power. That's an interesting comment.
Fuck it, why not? Nope. Yeah, I can still do it.
Charging?
No, because you can't really charge anymore.
Fair.
I will use my bonus action to cast Misty Step, which will put me 30 feet closer to it.
Okay.
And then I will use my move action to walk up to it. And then I will attack it. I only get one attack because Wait. Let me recheck something else. Should take me more than a second. Oh no, I still get 2 attacks, okay. I thought it was a bonus action.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make my attacks.
All right.
Not 20 for the first one.
Okay. That definitely hits.
And then 17 plus 9, so 26.
26.
I'll spend I'll spend a first level spell slot for each.
Okay.
So the first one is 2d6. We roll 1s and 2s. So 8. 6 is 14. 19 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 12, 14, 21 radiant.
It thuds over, very dead.
Oh, alright, good. I guess I won't spend that last one. Okay. And then I walk back.
Beckett?
Yeah.
Normally we try to make sure that we're more of in agreement when we can when we're gonna start a fight. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's not a bad thing that what just happened, because it's a hellhound. But, we at least tend to try to hear things out first. And sometimes we let the people who are initiating something get a bit of the responsibility for their actions.
Darkness is shooting daggers at Beckett.
Darkness. To be fair, I'm pretty sure that thing was going to try to eat us. Like, even if you did help it.
Yeah.
Just, acted very quickly.
Well, if you want an apology from him, you will not get such. There are certain creatures that do not deserve the honor of being given a chance. Especially when it's obvious that they're not trying to turn over a new leaf. Pretty sure its non-violent beginning was due to confusion. But if you want to be mad at me about it, that's fine. I don't personally care. It's one less threat that will come sneaking into the town to eat the townsfolk.
I'm not mad. But
I know you're not.
he continues cutting into the flesh golem and comes across another, like, wicker wooden, but it's, in this case, it isn't wooden. This one is 10. Well, we now have a couple different symbols of this. How many do we got? What, 3?
Yeah, 3.
Nothing happened when we got this one, but we also didn't take down this guardian.
Also, don't notice that there's any illusions in the area.
No, the immediate area actually has very little illusions already in it. Like, it was a clear, nice kennel, for what you could tell. Well, not nice, and was not illusionary. There's a little bit of mist wandering around, but that's the miasmas everywhere. It's just gotten so thin it doesn't bother you guys anymore.
Well, we found a copper one.
Copper, bronze, and tin.
I'm looking up the other one. Bronze, yeah, and tin. It's very odd that he used lesser metals to make them.
That's a good question.
Mr. Bogan,
Hello.
any other areas we should be looking for? Or have we hit the end of your knowledge?
I mean, I can try to think about it, but right now, it's all the places I can really think of. I mean, technically, we came across a couple places that...
Oh, there's one more.
Which one?
Tea Party.
Tea Party.
That's all it's listed as.
Ah, Tea Party. Yep. Nope, you're right.
Well, in this particular case, I am basically spent on my abilities.
Yeah.
I suggest we head back to our place of refuge and
The temple place.
the shrine area. Yes.
Yeah.
And I gotta go to bed in like 5-6 minutes.
No, I got you. Well, since the house bear has to go to sleep here soon, I'm going to go ahead and end game a little bit early. Is everybody okay with that? I know that Seth would normally have to be leaving about now, too, so here in the future we may talk about maybe moving game one way or the other, or another way or another, and depending on what happens. But to make it most convenient for everybody, because especially the people who are now working ass early every single time. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Good job, team. Lots of the butt kicking and the... Part of me wasn't surprised, but was still surprised at the immediate turnaround and... Oh, the hurt puppy!
But that's darkness.
That it is very in character for your character, because it could be the ugliest, most brutal beast in the world if it looked like it was hurt and wandered around and looked like it was something that was of more animalistic nature. You'd be like treating it like it's just a puppy dog.
Yep.
It could be a ball of tentacles acting animalistic, and you'd be there like, oh, it's hurt.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks everybody who came around for the stream, and thanks everybody who, was here at game. Thanks to some of the weirdness that happened there. And with that, I'm going to put it on the end screen. And say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.